Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, Porky Pig was dreaming about his upcoming vacation, and it turned into a nightmare. You know, gotta give this game credit. It doesn't wait until the end of the game to let us know that this was all just a dream. Anyway, we are ready for level 2, Dry Gulch Town. Or rather, it's flipped over, so I guess we are ready for Dry Gulch Town level 2. And let's talk about randomized weather. So, level 1, randomized weather and plenty of variety. The rest of the levels, not as much. In fact, for a long time, I thought that level 2 had no random weather, because anytime I would play level 2, it would be sunny. It wasn't until not too long ago that I found out that there's actually a night setting. It turns out there's a small chance that it can become night. So, you know what? Let's load state and get back over there. I'm gonna try to roll for night, because I don't get to play that level at night very often, and, well, it is Halloween. Let's have it be night. Ah, there we go. It took like 4 attempts to get to here, but we finally have it at night. Now, how about this music that is playing right now? So, okay, first things first, the opening screen of Dry Gulch has different music from the rest of the level, and in this case, it's the same for the final release of the game. However, the beta version that we're listening to is completely different than the final version. The beta version of this song is long and intense, whereas in the final version, the opening melody here is short and kind of sounds like Western funeral music. And it's kind of hard choosing which version of the song I like more. I will say I definitely like the arrangement of the beta version. However, level 2 is nowhere near as intense as the song implies. With that said, let's actually get into level 2 proper here. And here is the music for level 2 proper. And interesting thing about this song... Oops. Interesting thing about this song... It is one of the few songs from the beta version that made it into the final release of the game. Or rather, I should say, the first 20 seconds of this song made it into the final release of this game. And I don't mean that the rest of the song is different in the final version. I mean, literally, they only used the first 20 seconds of this song on repeat. Not entirely sure what is up with that. My best guess, they were going to clean up the song for the final release, but they didn't have time to clean up the full song, so they just cleaned up the first 20 seconds and scrapped the remaining 90%. And that is not an exaggeration. This is not a short song. The final version is 20 seconds. Beta version is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So, needless to say, while level 1 overall, the final soundtrack is the better soundtrack, for this level, I would definitely say that the beta version definitely has the better song. And I am definitely glad to be listening to the full song here. Now then, this is certainly an interesting enemy. This enemy here is from the Porky Pig cartoon, Porky in Wacky Land, and its remake, Do for the Dodo. And those little ball shooting guys, wherever they might be, are also from that cartoon. As for Dry Gulch, believe it or not, this is actually a place that Porky visits in the cartoons. along with his pet Sylvester. That occurred in the short Clause for Alarm. Granted, they didn't visit the town proper, they just visited the hotel of Dry Gulch, which we will be visiting here soon enough. Thankfully, that enemy respawns. Well, just to save time, I will save state. If I can make this jump, we land over here, and there's a secret room down in this barrel. Which looks like it's full of water, but, I don't know, maybe it's stained with, toilet bowl cleaner. Also, couldn't help but notice up here, it is daytime outside. Apparently, this screen does not have a night mode. Or, alternatively, we're back out here, and it is nighttime again. We spent all day down in the barrel. It was kind of cozy in there. Nice and cool as well. Can you imagine being a pig in the desert? It is hot. Pigs don't sweat. I would know. And I used to not be a pig. Now, I tell you what, I used to hate summer because I would sweat a lot. Now I hate summer because I don't sweat. Let me see if I can make this jump. Oh, by the way, don't know if you noticed, but I got my fruit back. How did that miss? Because it bounced? Is the bounce not cause damage? But yes, I got my fruit bowl back. Unfortunately, you cannot carry fruit bowls between levels. You lose the fruit bowl as soon as you enter a boss fight. Although, technically, using debug mode, you would be able to carry a fruit bowl into another level. Again, I will be talking about debug mode in a later episode. In a bonus episode. Don't land on this. It'll hurt. Alright, so in here we have an optional room. We could travel over this building, or ideally we'd travel into this building. By the way, on easy mode, these things do not shoot at you. They kind of just sit there. Ha! It is definitely worth coming into the building. This is assuming that you even want to have one-ups. So, entrance, exit. There's really no reason to skip above, unless you wanted that piece of cake that was sitting up top of the building over here. By the way, I mentioned before that this was a short game. 6 levels long. Running straight through, you could probably beat the game in an hour. I don't know how much this game cost when it was new. Maybe $30, maybe $40. Can you imagine spending $40 on a game just to beat it in an hour? I mean, to be fair, plenty of games back in the day were kind of short. And intended to be either difficult enough that you're not likely to beat it in a day, or... Hold on, I want to respawn that guy. Or you just replay the game because the game is enjoyable. I will say, when I was a kid, I definitely had some short games, but I also didn't have very many games, so I would just play the same games over and over again. That's kind of how it was back in the day. I need to work on my jumping. This would probably be one such game. You buy it to play it a bunch. That said, do I think this game is worth $30? Probably not. Cupcake down there. Don't feel like grabbing the cupcake. I definitely want to make it over there. Because there is quite the secret area in this level. Quite literally, it is a third of the level. If you play through this level straight through, you only get to play through 2/3 of the level. The remaining 1/3 is up here. If I could get the shoes to hop up here. Try that again, but better. And here we go. Anyway, obvious secret is obvious. Welcome to the optional third. We got more of these flashing cupcakes. Alright, let's get this. This is definitely going to be the largest secret area in the game. Like, by far. Most other secret areas are just a single room. This secret area basically consists of multiple rooms. Now, for grabbing the cupcakes, we acquire a bunch of 1-ups, and eventually bounce along our way to a bunch of wells. So, we'll go down this well first, and what's going on here is each well leads to another well. Go out of here, and we wind up on the well to the right. Drop down this well, and we'll transport over to the next set of wells. Don't land in the water, because the water will damage you. Whatever well you pop out of, just go straight down, because that is the next well. And eventually we'll make our way to near the end of this. Our eventual destination is this well to the left, but I'll go ahead and get some more cupcakes. We're on our way to getting an extra life here. And I'm gonna save state about this well because this well also has a set of special cupcakes. And our prize is... Our prize is nothing. And we go out here, we just wind up back at the start of the cycle. Like, did they put the prize in the wrong well? That is my only guess. Like, no joke. I spent a good half hour trying to figure out if there was something I was missing there, and... No, there's just no prize there. And we're already back here, and in order to get out of this section, we need to immediately go to the right here, because there's another exit. And this is going to lead to a set of 1-ups. These 1-ups are not the prize for collecting those cupcakes. These 1-ups are here regardless. And by the way, prizes despawn as soon as you enter another map. So it's not like that was unlocking a prize in a different map. There just doesn't seem to be a prize. Or maybe whoever was programming the prizes accidentally stuck the prizes in a separate map, in a different well. I could see that happening. Anyway, we are still within the bonus area. Hop across here. And up here, along with a 1-up, down there is the start of this bonus area. The exit is up this way. And it's good to know that these birds will be respawning if you fail your jumps, because you need them in order to get out of here. Like I said, really large bonus area. That's one third of the level right there. Ah, I was hoping to bop on ya. See if I can hop across y'all. Up here is a heart. This is not forward progression. Down below is forward progression. However, before we go forward progression, there is another well we can drop down with more special cupcakes. Okay, ignoring landing in the water, this is what was supposed to happen in the other well. We get a prize. So, I don't know. Anyway, here's that hotel that I was talking about earlier, the one that Porky and Sylvester stayed in, and, that is certainly an enemy up there. That is, in fact, something that they encountered in Claws for Alarm. That is a group of mice using a moose head as a tank. You can see their feet sticking out from the bottom. And those bullets totally have eyes. The bullets did not have eyes in Claws for Alarm, I can tell you that right now. What is this, Banjo-Kazooie? So, this section here is a bit of a maze. We got numbered doors. Certain doors take you to bonus rooms, and other doors take you to forward progression. The doors that take you to forward progression are one way, so if you miss a bonus room, sucks to be you. You know, I don't entirely appreciate being shot at. Whee! I just wanted to do that, because sliding downstairs is fun. Would recommend. As long as you have a sturdy enough tush. So as we go through this place... Uh-oh. I mentioned that this was my 5th annual Halloween playthrough. Previous playthroughs, last year I did Bad Isabella, which was an indie point-and-click adventure on the Game Boy. In 2022, I did Deadiest, which was an indie psychological horror on the Game Boy? Or would it be more of, unsettling? We'll go with unsettling. An unsettling horror. In 2021 was Stitched, which was an indie RPG Maker game where you find yourself trapped in a cursed doll factory. And the first annual Halloween playthrough in 2020 was Siren's Reef on RPG Maker 3. Although I'm kind of cheating by including that one. It was delayed into November, but I intended it to be a Halloween playthrough, so I'm counting it. In fact, all I should have done was put the rest of Pokemon Silver Randomized on hold, and it could have been a Halloween playthrough. So you know what? I am counting it as a Halloween playthrough. Anyway, boss time. We got Giant Yosemite Sam, who, according to the game, is the sheriff of this town. That is how you know you are dreaming. I mean, yeah, he's also giant, but, that's not because it's a dream. No, that's because he got into the Acme enlarging juice there. So, perfectly normal. So our goal here is to bounce back his shots. And if we were playing this on easy mode, we would not have to deal with these bouncy bullets. Just the regular shots. Which hopefully I am not going to die to. Of course, this being the boss fight, we lost our fruit bowl. Goodbye, fruit bowl. And goodbye... Oh wait, nope, not yet. You still got one more hit. Now, how is that going to actually defeat him? We'll find out as soon as I redo the entire fight. You know what? It's just as well that I lost. Let's talk about the music. This is another song that actually made it into the final version of the game. Although they cleaned up the final version a bit. Neat thing about this game is that every boss has a different boss theme. And in the case of this beta, every boss also has their own victory theme when you win. 2 more shots, and we should actually hear that victory theme. I definitely got the... I got the something. I got us down. We'll just say that. Speaking of down... Well, I guess he's dead. Good thing this is only a dream. Actually, interesting thing about that song, I think they repurposed it for the opening of level 2. Meanwhile, in the final version of the game, every boss has the same victory theme. Although strangely, in the case of this fight, it is a louder version of that victory theme. But that was the end of level 2. We got through it mostly unscathed. And next time, we're going to dive into Atlantis.